Well, good morning. Hello. Welcome. It's me, Bobby Park. We're back with more Ace Attorney. Justice for All. In episode 4. Forgot what my turn about. Last time we started the episode. Mine's kidnapped! Way to start the episode. Great. Me and Pearls, we gotta find out who's doing this and why. Someone going by the name The Killer, which is so much of a red herring that I don't even know. It could round back to being actually The Killer. That would be funny. Where's the pussy? I don't know. I have no idea. But anyway. Let's talk to... Oh yeah, also it's about actors as well. The Nickel Samurai and Jammin' Ninja. What a bunch of great names. I love them. Can you tell me a little more about the Nickel Samurai TV show? Okay. Sorry. Nickel Samurai is an action hero program aimed towards kids. It's a sequel to The Steel Samurai. I see. This time there are Samurai Brothers. Aluminum Samurai, Tin Samurai, and of course the Nickel Samurai. It's a Love Y. It's a Love Y in Neo Old Tokyo? A what? I see. Wait. A Love what? A Love Y. This girl Sayo works at the tea shop, and all three guys fall for her at the same time. A love, that'd be like a love square, but okay, sure. You're gonna use the letter Y. Oh, I guess the Y shape is like the three brothers colliding over the one girl. Okay, that makes sense. Anyway, Sayo is actually the daughter of the evil Strawberry Clan's leader. Oh my god. Phoenix, boy, Nix. Love Y. Sounds like an unusual situation, like Romeo and Juliet, ×3. Yeah. Strange thing, this sort of forbidden love story is really big with the office ladies. Office ladies, okay. Yes, Pearl? What happens next? I wanna know! Miss Sayo, does Miss Sayo fall in love? She does, doesn't she? It's also a big hit with this kid. Every Sunday at 8 a.m. I'm gonna stop watching kids' masterpiece theater starting this week. I can't believe she's really considering it. Well, even a love triangle is like a person vying for the interest of two other people. So there's now 3 people. That'd be a love square. You can't put love square in the script? What is wrong with shapes? Alright, whatever. Because there's like 3 of them. So, what's the Jammin' Ninja TV show like? It's sort of the remake of an old movie, to tell you the truth. The Jammin' Ninja, like the Samurai show, is geared towards kids. Fucking animals in the background. It's a story of a ninja who can't scale a wall, but became a big pop star anyway. What? He was a really lousy ninja. Absolutely couldn't do any ninja things right at all. Then why is he a ninja? But boy, could he sing. With his trusty bright red guitar in hand, he took the ancient world by storm. A ninja? With a bright red guitar? And then the final fight in front of his beloved princess, Misola. Jammin' versus the Muramachi 5. Suddenly, our brave hero catches a not-so-jammin' cold the night before Battle 3. That's too bad for him. Yeah. But this kind of pop music-based love story is something high school girls really like. Two demographics. Yes, bro? What happens next? I want to know. The Jammin Ninja, will he be able to sing? What about Princess Masola? Every Sunday at 8 a.m. Which show should I watch? I can't believe she's really considering it. Well, just start recording them. Let's do what I do. Get a cassette player, record. This is... You think 2016 would have the internet? You also like go on YouTube at this point? Well, this came out like 2004. Maybe is YouTube even around? YouTube is in its infancy. Go watch the episodes in 240p, like 15 parts per video. It was actually at least 3. I remember Toradora was like that. Is there anything here? No, I think we examined that. So we learned about that. Wait, oh wait, there's something there. What is that? They haven't cleaned up the food yet. A sad feeling hanging in the air now that the party is over. Totally true. Maybe I should present something to him. He can help out with that. Let's see. The radio transceiver. Stolen around the time of the murder. You know anything about a camera? Nope. Know anything? There's a guide map. There's a crime photo. Whoa! Didn't even see this. What the fuck? Do you want to see a dead body? Don't forget the Spanish subtitles. Spanish subtitles. Is it because I put Latino in the thing in Twitch? Maybe I shouldn't do that. I don't know. I was just writing whatever. I was like, let's see, what do I do here? I gotta write entire Spanish subtitles for everybody. Listen, the stream said English. No, I meant YouTube. Oh, on YouTube, yes. Was there Spanish? Yeah, this probably was like Spanish video subtitles as well. Those anime videos, yeah, those are fun. Found next to the victim. It's filled with tomato juice. No sign it's been drank. Do you like tomato juice? No. Okay. What about people? We could talk about the actors. Juan Corrida. He debuted around the same time as Matt and everything, you know. Really? It started out small. First it was singing contests, then swimming competitions. Singing contests, then swimming competitions. What a variety, man. Then it was bowling tournaments. And then it was who could draw the best. New Year's parties. Juan was always trying to one-up Matt. But lately, those two were escalating to more and more dangerous things. I thought that no good would come of it, so I began to worry. Too bad one story ended so soon. What about Matt? Matt's younger than me, but you can practically see his star potential. His star potential? Yeah, close enough. I got his autograph the other day. Feels kind of wrong now, doesn't it? I don't care what people say. Matt didn't kill Juan. I know he didn't. You know anything about Adrian Andrews as a manager, an intelligent woman who seems to have it all together. Hey, that's Miss Andrews. She's Matt's manager. Actually, I was interested in her a little bit. Yeah, just a little. So Mr. Powers likes this type of woman. Well, good for you, man. What do you know about Miss Andrews, though? Well, see, here's the thing. I don't really know her. You know? There's sort of a small rumor going around about her right now. A rumor? If you're interested, I'd be glad to share what I know. He's so happy he looks like a lion that just found his next meal. What's the rumor? Well, it's not gonna be like, oh, she's sleeping with Matt. Or Juan. Either or. Both. Would you mind telling me what about this gossip? Oh, so you are interested in it. I figured you would be. Yeah. I have such a weakness for celebrity gossip, too. Oh, really? You too, huh? Yeah. So, take a look at this. Looks like a tabloid Miss Oldbag would read. Alright, let's see here. Jim and Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager. To the stars, Miss AA. You see now, don't you? What? You can't stop pretending to be in the dark, Mr. Wright. Juan Corita didn't have a manager of his own, which means if we're talking about a certain manager with the initials AA, Adrian Andrews. Yes, exactly. This is big news. But it seems kind of odd. That woman, Miss Andrews, together with the biggest rival of her client? It could just be business. Could be anything. It's that wonderful thing that can only happen between two people. Business negotiations. Mr. Powers looks happy. Pearls is just following along, not having any idea as to why he's smiling. Well, like the saying goes, one man's garbage is another man's treasure. Maybe we should bring this up to her. Alright. Go back in there. Yo, what up, Lana? Do you know anything about this? You know about gossip. Do you know anything? I told you how many times now. I'm a journalist. I got so much info running laps in my head, I forget things here and there. Please don't get so worked up over this. Huh. I don't care if you beg me. Be extra tough on kids. That's Scout's manner of learning on youngsters. She's in here, isn't she? So, know anything about this? Is it rumors? I'd like to ask you about this. I told you, I hate trifling matters. It's a waste of time to show me things that are of no relevance to me. Wow, this is the first time I've been shut down this badly. This is relevance though. What the hell? Let's see, let me read this. Superstar in the ultra-hot mega-secret love scandal? Reliable sources say that Juan Corita has been getting in close with the mysterious yet beautiful manager to the stars, Miss AA. That's all it says. You like tomato juice? How do I do this? No. She has no... I mean, you'd think she would have secrets, but I guess I need the line of questioning. You were the one taking care of the arrangements for the press conference, right? Yes, that's right. But Mr. On Guard said he didn't know about it. What's that card? Flip it around again. What does it say? Oh yeah, it's a shell, a seashell, or a Pokemon. Is that what he said? Huh? Actually, I didn't know all the details either. It was a request from the publicity department. All I did was help out and do what I asked. Oh, I see. Wonder about that. I wouldn't take her to the type of person to do something without knowing the details. I examined this room. Doesn't seem like I did already examine this. It was a while back when I did this. I was starting to get sleepy when I did it. Maybe I missed something. But anyway, we can move on. Did we even go to one? I did believe we did. Oh, Gumshoe's here. You know about this? Oh, so you saw the article too? Yeah, but I'm not really interested in that sort of thing. Actually, we've been looking into that too, pal. The secret meetings, I mean. What is the world coming to when even cops are amateur gossip collectors? Hey, why are you looking at me like that, pal? Whatever you're thinking, you're wrong. Look, when we find out more from our investigation, I'll let you know, okay? Like tomato juice? So about this wine glass. So you noticed, pal. Well, crime scene was a mess, but the glass was the only thing that was untouched. You noticed that too, Detective Gumshoe? No. Actually, Ms. Von Karma noticed it first. Yeah, Pearls noticed it before me too. Hey, wait a minute? Does that mean Ms. Von Karma's here at the hotel? Yeah, she's around. Man, you're gonna be in so much trouble, pal. Especially if she catches you in here. Yeah, you can bet the instant I see her, I'll be running the 1,000 meter dash. Tomato juice untouched. The blood, then the vase was broken afterwards because there's no blood on the top of the vase. Well, actually the mess was made afterwards and all this stuff was untouched or something. Maybe someone came in, saw the corpse and was like, fuck him, and then brought out some tomato juice and started drinking it in front of him. Just like, oh, delicious tomato juice. That, or it could be tomato juice on the floor. I'm not really sure what the fuck is going on here. It's all black and white. Gumshoe has nothing to hide. Bears! Oh, we should go back. Oh, wait a minute. There is one person that does talk about gossip. This old bag. You love gossip, don't you? Oops, at the best triangle. I don't have anything to say to delinquents like you. She's climbing up, like the old clam she is. Please, anything would be helpful. Well then, how about I tell you my measurements? No, that's okay, really. She really doesn't like you, does she, Mr. Nick? I know. Yeah, I don't need to know your measurements, ma'am. It's fine. Hey, you want to see a corpse? You hear about this camera? It's gotta be something that makes her open up. Can I present this? Oh! Yeah, we should have looked at this, I guess. What the fuck, lady? How many secrets do you have? What you witnessed. Alright, I'll be honest with you for now. Then please, tell us what you saw. Aw, what a waste. And here I have a perfectly good chance to have a little fun at you young'un's expense. I'm the little devil after all. Little? Does that imply you aren't a good person? Alright, I'll give you what you want. I don't know if I have everything, to be honest. This? You're on guard's lawyer, aren't you? Well, yes, but... Then forget it! There's no way I'm telling you! But why? A little devil, after all. Do you want some juice? I was trying to bribe her, like, maybe she wants juice. I should have saved. I'm gonna back out now. What you witness is locked. Do I have enough evidence? Maybe I need to ask Lotta about the camera. Go back to writing code law offices. What if we talk to him? You know about this? Do you even care? What do you think about this article? Huh. You're talking about her thing with Juan? I always thought she was a bit careless in the way she handled it. And that's it? That's it. Oh my god! Dude, like tomato juice? Dude, I know I like to throw money around, but it's not like I buy everything and I'm not selling you things. Look at this murder. How about this camera? So you don't know anything about the press conference. Like I told you, I don't know anything about the press conference. I have kind of stuff from a manager. Just heard from pulling bass from a river. How do you feel about the Nickel Samurai? her show. He really has nothing to hide. He's an airhead. We already assumed this though. Any details to talk to you about? No. I feel like we presented him a lot of things and it was already not much to know about. Yeah, I think a lot is our best chance. She doesn't care about the gossip. What about your camera, though? And I just bought that camera. Who did it? That thieving rascal? Please don't look straight at me while you're saying that. When I find the bugger who went and done this, they're gonna pay with a bullet. And if you do that, don't expect me to defend you. Someone stole a camera. Don't know why. How do you feel about the samurai stuff, you know? Lobby, hall, and then the corridor. Hey, what's that? Press conference ticket? How come I ain't got one of them? But please don't direct your anger at me. What tarnation wasn't I invited to that? How come someone on the bottom of the popularity chart like you got the info? But not me. Info like that is worth nothing to you. Am I right or what? Is that what kind of person she thinks I am? Are you going to stand there and take that, Mr. Nick? I'm trying to solve a murder. I don't have time for popularity. She doesn't care, though. You really don't care about the stuff. Maybe I should ask about the person, though. It's a good idea. Did you know the victim, Mr. Corita? Yes, I knew him. The world is such a small place, after all. Did you know his rivalry with the Nico Samurai? Honestly, they were like children when it came to that. Time and time again, those two competed with each other over the most trivial things. If either one of them wasn't so stubborn, then maybe no one would have needed to die. What? I got a hunch that this woman knows more than she's letting on. She must know why Juan Corito was killed. What about your client? I asked to become Mr. On Guard's manager. He's a pleasure to manage with his nice disposition. Mr. On Guard does seem like a rather weak-willed man, always doing what he's told. He's always saying, my manager, right, Mr. Nick? That is true. Balada. Alright. What about yourself? Tell me about yourself. I hate talking about myself. It's a trifling matter. That's why. Sorry. Take away the layer of sarcasm, and she really does seem to hate herself. Do you know about Lada? No. Have you ever heard about Maya Fey? No. Motive for murder. Do you have any ideas? As to why Mr. Corito was murdered. Why would you ask me about such a thing? I'm just doing my job, so do you have any ideas? She also has four, you insane? Miss Andrews? Sorry, but there's nothing more I have to add to this conversation. Is it a psych lock, Mr. Nick? Yes, there's getting to be more and more of these lately. Well, now we know she has that, huh? Okay, well we do have a big piece of evidence that we can talk to her about, so that's something at least. let's go down this line of questioning. Why was Juan Corrida murdered? If you ask me, I think you know the reason he was killed. Why are you hiding things? Don't you realize you're putting Mr. Unguard's life in danger by your actions? Why do you ask questions for which I have no answers? The truth is, I was not that close to Mr. Corrida. You were not that close? That's right. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. I'm not good at being intimate with another. I somehow highly doubt that. How about this article, though? You and Mr. Corrida had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people already bought into this story. That's to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Note to self, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. I see. However, what if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? To get close to Mr. Corrida? As if there was ever such a need. Did you get close to Mr. Corrida for this person's sake? You tried to maybe help out their relationship. Do you really still not understand? Oh no. It's not my nature for doing things for others. You're a manager. It's my job. I'm in charge of Mr. Ungard, the star, not Matt Ungard, the man. Oh. And you're not my client. Oh. I should have even unlocked one of these. How am I gonna unlock all of them? I know you must have had a need to get close to the victim. Well, Juan himself? Maybe he does. Maybe she does know Will Powers. They apparently knew each other, but she doesn't know her, so she probably doesn't know him. Either it's herself or Will. There's not really any other. Let's try Will. Okay. No. You're so much chatter. Please calm down. Collect your thoughts and try again. And two people with 4-ass Cyclops? This is some bullshit. And then I need to... this person's sick. Yourself? You talk about yourself all the time? Maybe I should just skim over her dialogue again. Because we did do it in the murder, let's say. What if it's Mr. Corrida? Wait a minute. I give you a shoulder to have to relieve your stress later. No! I'm fine. I'm not stressed. I think I maybe should ask Matt about her. Maybe that's a good idea. Well, first I'm loading the save. Because I had more health in this save. How did I not ask you these questions? Wow, alright. Damn. Can you tell me about your activities last night? After I got the award, I took a break and went back to my room. I had a post-ceremony stage show to do. So I was in Nickel's samurai costume. And you were alone the entire time? My manager was running around being busy, so yeah. Because of the press conference you were supposed to hold after the show. I told you, dude, I have no idea about any press conference, alright? That's strange. I thought the Nickel Samurai was going to confess something. Anyway, when I was leaving my room, that's when I noticed it was kind of noisy. Miss Corita was already dead at the time. Yeah, that's what I gathered anyway from my manager. I'm beginning to gather that this guy can't do anything on his own. And that's when a detective in the green coat showed up. He searched me, and then out of the blue, the dude arrested me. Let's talk about the victim. About you and the victim, Mr. Juan Corita. What sort of relationship do you have? It's got nothing to do with anything, dude. Man, with that face of his, you can't even tell he's the same age as me. And he wanted to try to make a Jammin' Ninja movie, even though we all know it failed. The Nickel Samurai still won in the end, right? Yeah, I took the Grand Prix by storm. So why would I, the winner, have any reason to kill the guy anyway? Dude, you think it'd be the other way around, you know? I'm pretty sure I talked about that. But anyway, let's talk about your assistant, your manager. Assistant. That's my manager. Did you meet her? Yeah. What'd you think? Strong woman, right? And she takes good care of me. You're such a mama's boy. Do you know about the security lady gold bag? Hold on a sec. I'm gonna ask fan club president, okay? Dude, you know what? Forget I asked. Detective. What do you mean? You just talked about the detective in the green coat. How do you not know? Alright, She didn't have anything to say about that. At all. Whatsoever. Well, tell me about yourself. Do you care about yourself? Yeah, I'm such a handsome devil. Yeah. And I'm way good at sports. Karate, tennis, judo, soccer, football, hockey, fencing. Dude, it's no wonder I'm so popular. Yeah. You're also good at sitting in a jail cell, Mr. Popular. Alright, talk about one. Look, dude, I didn't kill him. I mean, the Nickel Samurai kicked the Jammin' Ninja's butt, right? So it's not like I felt threatened by the likes of him. Being a rival sounds like a sad way to relate to another person. Yeah, being a rival sounds terrible. Anyway, where's Mr. Edgeworth? But Will, I've seen him somewhere before. Is he a member of my fan club? That's Mr. Powers. Isn't he supposed to be kind of a mentor to you? We've talked about this before. You know about Francisca? No, he does not know about Francisca. The Ballada. Sadly, we don't have any profile on that dude. How about this little girl right here? She's literally right next to me. Why are you... She's also 8. Did I talk to Gumshoe about anything? Maybe I missed... Let's see. Let's look at all the talk options. Maybe I missed something. Why do you have something now? Big scoop last night, right? Okay, yours the easiest. Alright, I have to unlock you first. There's a bunch of tabloid photos that ain't got nothing to do with the murder. Alright, let's talk about this then. The big scoop. Lana, will you please answer my questions? On the night of the murder, why were you loitering around the victim's room? I told you, didn't I? For my scoop! What I want to know about are the details of the scoop. That's not something I can tell you. I mean, that there's my bread and butter. Alright then, an unpleasant tabloid photographer looking for a scoop. I'm gonna say that you were looking into a scandal. Could it be that you, a lot of heart, were looking for a break with a huge story? Perhaps an unfolding scandal between Juan Corrida and this person. Adrian Andrews. This woman? She's Adrian Andrews, Man on Guard's manager. Huh. The Nickel Samurai's manager caught secretly meeting with his rival, the Jammin' Ninja. It would be the hottest story of the season, wouldn't it? Oh. You're pretty good at this guessing then, Mr. Lawyer. But you can't just make up any old thing and think it'll make the papers. You gotta have backup. Backup? Yeah. You gotta have that. What is it? New sauce. You mean a news source? That's it. So show me something that shows Juan guy had something with Miss Andrews. There we go, fantastic. At least we're getting somewhere now. New sauce, yum. That's a good sauce. I'm more of a mustard and mayonnaise type of guy. This is the article from a certain weekly tabloid. German Midnight Rendezvous. To the mysterious yet beautiful manager of the stars, AA. Ah! Mr. Corrida didn't have a manager of his own. What's more, his rival, Mr. On Guard's manager, Adrian Andrews. She has initials AA. Just like Ace Attorney also, but we're not gonna talk about that. You saw this article and then thought to take some pictures for them as proof. And that's why you were looking around Mr. Corrida's door last night. Unlock successful. Oh, let's get my health back, thank God. Saving this. Let's talk about the big scoop, Lana, please. You were looking into Mr. Corrida and Miss Andrews' affair, weren't you? You got it. I was gonna get myself a scoop by catching them in a secret meeting. But there's already an article about it in one of the weekly tabloid magazines. It's no longer breaking news. What'd you just say? Her initials were AA. What kind of vague thing is that? That ain't no proof of nothing. People are gonna want to see real proof. AA is still pretty strong. Well, at least I do. So that's what I was doing, getting photos. Oh! I'm gonna whip up the reader's interest with some gossip and a little misleading. And spice it up a little. And here I have my story, an exclusive story. Have myself an exclusive story. Wow, a lot of nice journalistic integrity you got there. I haven't finished writing up a spicy article, you know? But the paper I wrote it on, my note to myself, it's gone. Your note to yourself? It was inside the case of my $1,600 camera. They done run off together. Oh man, sucks. I came here for my big story. Don't come here to have my treasure disappear on me. Yeah, I understand. That's enough to make a guy go bonkers, I tell you. What's with people now, anyway? I thought I'd see the day when someone doesn't steal something from me. You really want that note back, huh? I've got no idea why, though. The story on the note is probably a bold-faced lie. Still on the night of the murder, a tabloid article about the victim was in the case. That's all you had to talk about? I kind of guess we go talk to her. Although, Gumshoe said he knew something about it. They were looking into it. Right, what about you? Do you know anything about this? Camera? No? Okay. It's probably her. How about her? She's not gonna talk to me about anything. Everyone's keeping their mouth shut. Or they don't know anything, or they do and they're just like, nah, I gotta tell you. Well, we could try again. Maybe something with the camera would... But we need a person, don't we? The second question was a person. It's not a piece of evidence, and we already tried all the people that I could think of. Meaning we don't know someone specific yet. That or I didn't try all of them, and I got it wrong. We go to Matt. I don't know, talking to her would be anything. We do have that... Well, we do have the camera piece of information now, so that could lead to Old Bag telling us more about things. It's possible. Right. Maybe we talk to Old Bag first. It's safe here, so we don't have to walk around everywhere. Damn, it's just a bunch of locks everywhere. What you witnessed. Uh-huh. Did you witness the murder? You did not witness the murder. Okay. What, the camera being stolen? The magazine clipping. Try tomato juice, crime photo. I'm trying everything now. I'm just like, there's gotta be something. It's a press conference ticket. No, what do you want? Swingy. Pause. Let's talk about people. You know about Adrian Andrews? She really doesn't want to talk about anything. Talk about yourself. She doesn't want to talk about herself. No one's talking about anyone. One. Will. Like I'm holding circle in anticipation that like it's not gonna get me anywhere, but I'm doing it anyway. Did we even talk about this? Stage we're going to use for the post-ceremony stage show. After the show, there was supposed to be a press conference, but even Mr. On-Guard himself didn't seem to know, huh? How does that person who's supposed to give a press conference not know about it? About the chairs. Seats for the spectators of post-ceremony show and press conference, but too bad none of the event is going to be held now. These cameras must belong to the press that came over to the conference. They're basically doing the same thing, staring at an empty stage. Stairs? Rooms up there. Lobby with grand staircase always feels enormous. But right now, the only thing filling this enormous room is the anxiety about the murder. I really hope nothing else bad happens here. Yeah, the kidnapping. There's so much things happening, huh? Well, I did not examine this area. But through the examination of this area, I can tell you that it has not given me any clues on anything. I don't know which one I tackle first. The Andrews or Old Bag? Let's try this again. Oh. Did you get close to Miss Creative for this person's sake? Well, it's a person, so I don't know why I presented the camera. I just did it because it's like, well, maybe it'll work. For the Nickel Samurai? Maybe you were a big fan of the Nickel Samurai. You wanted to get close just for the reputation of the show. I clicked Matt. That didn't work. Let's click Hot Juan. Yeah, give me a little bit more. I'll then ask, cause maybe I can figure it out. I feel like I'm missing just one thing. I have to be missing something. Look at the profiles. Maybe we should talk more about the camera she lost, now that we know more about it. No. Dr. A Big Scoop. I give myself a scoop by catching him in a secret meeting. Uh-huh. Getting photos. And the article's gone with the camera. Maybe we'll know something. Oh, I presented a lot. What about people? You talked about Adrian Andrews. You don't know anything about her? Hey, that's she's Matt's manager. Yeah, you were interested in her. Talk about the rumor. Matt's younger to me, but you can practically see his star potential. The autograph, Juan, Alada. You don't know anything about that person. Talk about yourself? Is my face really all that scary? Kids won't come anywhere near me. But when I cover my face, they're all shocked because then they figure out who I am. I think your face makes you look like a very kind person. Oh, he's getting teary-eyed. I'm sure he won't hurt her and he'll let her go soon. Yeah. Mr. Wright, I believe in you. You will save her. Thanks. You don't know anything about the camera, right? People. Did I talk to Gumshoe about people? Did he not tell? Maybe. Well, that's the wrong room. I need to go to the room with the teddy bears. He's Mr. Ungod's manager. No matter what I do, I really stink at talking to people like her. As soon as I open my mouth, I get all flustered. See, she's one of those women with a brain. She's someone who gets things done. Woman with a brain. What a description. Yeah, she does give that sort of impression, like she's got it all together. Compared to her, you can easily tell I'm a can't do anything right kind of guy. That's why I get all nervous, start messing up. I feel sort of bad for him. Talking to the security lady? I thought she was an alien from outer space. Yeah, probably because she's wearing this strange helmet. Nah, even without that helmet, I thought she was an alien, pal. I think that's probably the best you kept that to yourself, if you know what I mean. Hey, why don't we let bygones be bygones, pal? Look, this guy is guilty. Buck says so. $1? Sure you're not talking about Pearl's allowance money? I can't pay any more than that. My salary, it's, doesn't matter what we think. I still have to defend Mr. Unguard in court or else. Mr. Nick? I'm not a real fan of action shows or anything. But I know who Wonkarita and Madeline Guard are. You can't talk about one without talking about the other, I guess. Name and debut around the same time. So they have a real fiery rivalry with each other. Kinda like you and me, pal. We already talked about that, I remember that line. If I had a choice, she would be number 3 on my list of people I don't want to see. Because I'm in the #1 spot. Don't get all high and mighty on me here. You taking a tumble to 2nd place. Huh, really? And who's in 1st? Miss Von Karma's miles and miles ahead of you in the race. Oh. She's real scary. Right now, Miss Von Karma, you really don't. He's so scared of her, he's whispering now. Nothing special about this. Talk about yourself. I look good. I think I've lost some weight, pal. It's only wishful thinking. Wishful thinking, huh? In that case, I wishfully think I've lost some weight. I wishfully think he might face facts one day. Lately, I've been on the instant noodles only diet, pal. I don't think anything about Maya's kidnapping. I'm sorry. But what? I really want to help you look for her, pal. Mr. Detective? If anything happens, let me know, okay? I want to help in any way I can. She's like a wild beast let loose in the asphalt jungle. A beast? Roar! Oh no! She's more dangerous than a starving tiger. She's a fierce one, pal. Is she mad because she lost 2 cases? Mad? She's more than mad. She's furious. Precinct is barely holding on. Thanks to her, now I know what being half dead really means. She makes you feel like you're a shambling zombie. All I know is when I'm around her, I always check for emergency exits. Alright, second, give me a hint. This is very obtuse. I don't know where I'm going. Is there a rice cooker? Can't examine the rice cooker. Look at that bear. Look at that bear. Look at that real ass bear. Out of all the bears, someone sent him a real ass bear. He haunts us to this day. Thought I didn't want to do that again. Gotta check the crime scene, you might be missing some evidence. Damn it. I do have to check this area. The guitar case, are you serious? This is a guitar case, I guess. A little beat up, but still usable. That's strange. The guitar's not here. Maybe you forgot to bring it to the show? But Mystic Maya said the bright red guitar was the Jamming Ninja's signature item. That's true. Huh? This guitar case is wet, but it's only wet on top of the lid. Yeah, there's no water inside the case. This is water, isn't it? Found next to the victim empty. There is some water, but only on top of the lid. Gumshoe? I think that's her. What's that beeping noise, Mr. Nick? I've heard this sound somewhere before. It's Miss Von Karma! Huh? For some reason, whenever I hear that sound, she pops up out of nowhere and whips me! Come to think of it, that's exactly what happened last time. Oh god, sorry. I gotta make myself scarce. Later, pal! Ow! At last, you reveal your true nature, Mr. Phoenix, right? Ugh. It would be too much to ask for you to be nice to me for a change. So you're the type to steal information from pitifully hopeless detectives. That's very dishonorable of you! Ow! Hey, don't you dare run away, Scruffy McTrenchcoat! I didn't think the detectives of this country could be this pitiful. Ah! Detective, come over here for a second. Oh no! He's dying! Ah! Huh. I feel better knowing at least you were man enough to face your punishment. He was so scared he just froze up on the spot. Mr. Phoenix, right. You have soiled my perfect prosecution record twice. I'll never forget that. This time, victory is mine. Victory is yours? Is all this means to you? What? Huh. Come, Scruffy. The investigation briefing is about to begin. Yes, sir. This isn't over yet. I swear on my family's honor. Ow! What'd you just draw at me now? What is this? An autograph? Well, I guess this means I gotta get back to the precinct now, pal. If you ever need me, come down to the Criminal Affairs Department, alright? If you can, try not to let Miss Von Karma see you. Okay. What is this? Did I not collect it in my... You drew like an autograph at me? Oh wait, no, it's on there. Mr. Nick, what's this piece of paper? It's called an autograph. Autograph? Auto giraffe. The paper's got Mr. Kurita's name written on it, so it's his autograph. I can't read it at all. To be honest, I've never seen writing that looks like this. It's a special way of writing called cursive. Look here. See how it says, to my dearest Wendy, in more normal letters here? Wendy? Old bag? This sloppy, unreadable writing is crazy and cruel to give this to someone. Hold on. Wendy? I've heard the name somewhere before. It's for Wendy Oldbag. Huh. Guess we go to her. Is there anything else? There's some tomato juice here. Mr. Kurita had dinner last night. This is a bottle of tomato juice. We had a lot of food in the award show last night, but I wonder if the stars had gone on stage after only eating a meager meal like this. Can't believe one piece of evidence was like the last thing I needed for her to show up and start killing Gumshoe. Poor Gumshoe. I'll miss him. What are these humidifiers or? I don't know. Think about that. I thought that was a rice cooker. Is that a rice cooker? I have no idea. No, that's a coffee machine. The behind it looks like one, but I don't know. There's a bunch of technology here. There's a wristwatch. I'm pretty sure that's it. Just wanted to be very sure, just in case. Okay. It's the only thing I got. That, or I have to go talk to Adrian Andrews and bring up Wendy? Miss Oldbag? Maybe not. Here's your autograph back. That's Juan's autograph! Yes, it is. And he even says, "To my dearest Wendy" on it. That's me, right? Right? My name is Wendy Oldbag, so that Wendy has to be me, right? Well, it may say Wendy, but somehow I don't think Juan had this Wendy in mind when he signed it. Oh, please give it to me. Let me have it, please. I can't let you have it just like that. Yes, I know. Then how about an exchange? Fuck this game. Fuck you. Alright. Wow, she must really want this autograph. My offer isn't good enough for you. Fine, Mr. Right, you win. Wendy Oldbag, ready to open up her heart, all for my dearest Juan. Fucking hate this game. One unlock. Autograph given to Wendy dearest. Take the autograph. Tell me what you saw, please. What did you witness? I feel bad for you now. Huh? I tell you, I saw him that night. I saw him coming out of Juan's room, just like how you saw the Steel Samurai going to murder the other dude. Yeah, I totally believe you. You're kidding. Oh no! It was about 10 minutes before Juan's body was discovered. It was just a coincidence. I was on my way to the toilet minding my own business. And? Did you tell the police? Well, of course! I thought I could get a gift certificate or two out of it. Maybe more. A gift certificate? For seeing a murder? I've been recruited again for that part of the trial. You know? The trial tomorrow. This time you're gonna get it. I'm gonna work hard to get your client pronounced guilty. Why? But Mr. Hungard hasn't done anything bad. I don't care about the details like that. I know he did my poor Juan in. I just do. That yellow-bellied chicken. Yellow-bellied chicken? I wonder what that would look like. I trust my senses. I know when someone did something bad. And I say he did it. What did Mr. Ungard ever do to her to deserve this? Ungard's past. What did Mr. Ungard do to you to make you so angry? You don't know? That guy, he framed my Juan. He created that scandal that plagued poor Juan. Mr. Nick? Well, what is it? What's a scandal? Oh, I'll tell you about this after we get home, okay? Poor Juan had led astray by the wiles of that vile temptress. Juan. Mr. Nick, what do vials and wild temptress mean? I'll tell you when you're older. How about we just listen to what Miss Oldbag has to say for now, okay, Pearls? So, Miss Oldbag, who is this woman you're talking about? Adrian Andrews, of course. Who else? That guy. He shoved that girl into Juan on purpose. His own manager, but why? I thought lawyers were smart. It was to create a scandal to make Juan lose face. That girl drove Juan into a scandal and dragged his reputation to the mud. Sounds like a pretty standard definition of scandal to me. Why do you know about this? About that anyway, Miss Oldbag? I'm one of Juan's biggest fans. I'm always out there getting information. There's nothing I don't know. And you have proof that Mr. Unguard did what you say he did? Next week's issue of certain magazine says so. Of course, a tabloid. Next week? Doesn't that mean it's something people don't know about yet? Why would Miss Oldbag have information like that? And where did she get it? Glad you opened up. Can you talk to me about other things? No. This will be a test. Can you talk about yourself? No. She claims up again. She's not gonna talk about anything else. Wait a minute. Lotta's camera. That's how she knows. She stole Lotta's camera. Is it only water on top of the lid? What the hell does that even mean? Probably means something about the time of events. Probably the guitar was in there. They then opened it up with the water and then took it. But if it opened, then the water would fall. So difficult to say. That guitar case. This was Juan's. I'm guessing you've seen this case before. It's pretty famous by now. It stands out because it holds the bright red guitar. The bright red guitar. The Jammin' Ninja's signature item. But if the guitar is so important, how could he forget it for the award ceremony? That does seem a little strange. Maybe now I can talk to her? Like, I didn't learn anything else that new. Oh, I think I know who stole your camera. That old granny? Yeah, she kept glaring at me with those eyes of her, as if it's my fault. Kept babbling how she won't forgive people who write trash about her lawn. Yeah, we sort of got in a little fight, you know? A little fight. Knowing those two, it's probably more of a blabbering contest. Talk about yourself. This kind of hairstyle is pretty hard to get, you know? Hard to care for it, too. Just the other day, I ran my hand through my hair to fix it up, and suddenly, out pops a dollar coin. That's gotta be like hitting a jackpot. Wow, that's really lucky. Ugh, what a deep conversation that was. So deep. So much information learned. Alright, well, all we can do now is... Wait, can we examine anything else here? There's a bathroom. The flowers. Compared to the flowers in the other side of the hall, these are much more gorgeous. Let's see. Record companies, fan clubs, company workers, family. Carrying all these flowers home would be hard, I think. Yeah, that's what I thought, too. So, I was nice enough gal to lend a helping hand. Secretly, of course. I have a feeling one of these days I'm gonna end up defending her in court. Did she just steal flowers? I can't understand flowers in front of the dressing rooms, but what are these stuffed bears doing here? I didn't touch them. Wasn't me, I tell you. I give you my word. Why do I get the impression Lotta helped herself to one of them? To Mr. Unguard from the Global Studio staff. It'd be nice if lawyers got flowers too, or something like, Mr. Wright, thanks for solving the case. There's a piece of paper taped to the door that says Man Unguard's room. So Mr. Unguard was here during his break, right? That's what he claims. The crime scene. If he had wanted to get to Mr. Corita's room, he would have had to pass through this hallway. There's a piece of paper that says Juan Corita's room. That's the scene of the murder, I reckon. I thought something had gone on that night, but I never think it was murder. Doesn't seem to be anything else. That didn't lend me any new information. It's good that I at least now know. I can't tell her that her kid would have stolen my old bag. If only. Want to try again, ma'am? All we learned is that she wait a minute. If she believes that On Guard basically was orchestrating this, then there is one person we can talk to about it. Oh, we can go to the Criminal Affairs Department also. Before we do that, let's go to the detention center. How do we do that though? How about the guitar case? Do you have any more information about the magazine clipping? No, it just says it's careless. It could mean that, like, he was orchestrating it. It's like, it was careless that the way I told her to do it. I told her to do it this way, but she just didn't. I mean, is that really how that would go? No, you don't know anything about this. Why did I bother? Criminal Affairs Department. Back here again. Detective Gumshoe said they had an investigation briefing. Yeah. Oh, he's back! Hey, so, you came, pal. Why the blunt greeting? Because there's none to be friendly or happy about. What do you mean by that? Well, things look perfect this time around. The evidence and testimony are alright. Airtight. But, we can't just roll over and die. We have to stay positive. Come on, what is this airtight evidence? I can't give you the details, pal, but there's two big pieces. Two? And both of them are in this photo. Where's the button that's missing from the victim's chest? What's the button found during your body search for Mr. On Guard? Yep. Found it in folds of the Nickel Samurai special pants. And the second one is a knife in his chest, pal. Fingerprints on a knife in his chest, to be exact. Oh, great. Fingerprints? Whose are they? I didn't need to ask, little missy. It's obvious they're man on the guards. Tomorrow's trial. Talk about being stuck in a rock between a rock and a hard place. How about this airtight testimony? So what's this about this airtight testimony? It's that old security lady. This old bag. I thought so. What do you mean? You thought so? Did she tell you something, pal? Well... And I even told her not to open her mouth of hers and blab at anyone. Her blab knob is stuck on 10, and there's no turning it down, trust me. Yeah, well, Ms. Oldback saw it all, pal. She saw Mr. On Guard come out of the victim's room around an estimated time of death. No way! Oh, whoops. Do you know anything about the camera? Guitar case. What can you tell me about this guitar case? Oh, that! This is just what I heard about, but that's Jamin Ninja's signature item. Yeah, we look for it too. It's not normal for a person to forget to bring their most famous item to an award show. It's starting to sound like the red guitar is related to the case after all. Where is it? Your neck? No, my neck is a joke. But yeah, ask me about things that have to do with the case only. Alright, pal? Okay. You think I'd be able to use this to get information out of him? Okay, now let's go back to Adrian. To Andrews. Miss Andrews, please tell me things I need to know. I don't know anything else. I don't know who you're hiding it from or whatever. Let's try this. Who is Wendy? Hang on. I don't know who Wendy is. I need to... I don't think it'll work. Unless I find out who Wendy is and I have it as a piece of evidence. I don't have the autograph with me anymore. Maybe we can ask for it back. Do you know anything about Wendy? Oh, the guitar case. Talking about the camera, didn't work out. Something about to do with the killer? Not sure. Is anyone else in here? Nope. It's empty now. Like, I don't even want to attempt it unless I find out who this Wendy person is. You talked about the guitar already. The bad incident, you know. I mean, when I look back on it now, I think some of the good things, but so it's not so bad, I guess. Yeah, I would have loved to go back in time and relive a few of those good things. That's not funny. Yeah, I guess not. Maybe they were in love with somebody. Is it Wendy the woman? And the actress? Maybe that's why they were always rivals. Are they rivals of love? It's possible. The button. Wait a minute. I talked to Gumshoe. Maybe now he can on guard can talk to me about the fucking button and why he had it on him. Now you look at the crime photo. My good. Yeah, look at this photo. Do you have any ideas? How do I get him to talk about Wendy? Doesn't know anything about the guitar case. Oh, we do have the guitar case. That's all we got. Tell me about this. Well, 2 years ago, a woman. There we go. Committed suicide. I have to talk to him about. I have to talk to him about it here. That's ridiculous. Her name was Celeste Impax, and she was Juan Corrida's manager. The victim's manager. That's not all, pal. Miss Impax was Miss Andrews' mentor. She taught Miss Andrews everything she knew about the business from square one. Her mentor? A woman who's both Mr. Corrida's manager and Miss Andrews' mentor. Could her suicide have something to do with this? Do you want to know more about her, pal? Yes, I would love to know more about her. Celeste Impax. It's been 2 years since her suicide, and now those two are linked again by another death. Maybe it's just coincidence. Ah! I'm getting sick of dealing with one foolish idiot after another. Miss Von, come! You can't seem to stop allying yourself with the enemy, can you? You don't need I don't need a traitor in my midst. You don't mean... I do. Scruffy! You have 30 minutes to get out of here. You are no longer needed. Goodbye. That's... Wait! Please, sir! Wait, sir! If I don't... Quiet! If it weren't for traitors like you, I would have won. Is that what you have to say? Oh my god, I think it's Edgeworth! It has to be. Who? That voice. Edgeworth! He's back! It's been a long time, right? He's alive! This person? This is Mr. Edgeworth? That music. What am I gonna do with you? Still blaming others when things go wrong? You haven't changed a bit, Francisca. How dare you show your face to me without a shred of shame upon it? You soiled the Von Karma name, dragged it through the mud. Motherfucker, your dad did that all himself. You even ran away with your tail between your legs like an ill-breed dog that you are. Are you talking about the Von Karma family creed? To be perfect in every way? Let's hear it, Francisca. How are things going? I hear you're having a rough time maintaining perfection in this country. Yo. You seem to be getting crushed under the weight of it all. That's why I came back. Keep your assumptions to yourself. I haven't given in yet. I won't lose. This case is mine. I'll never hand it over to you. Never! Mr. Phoenix, right? I will see you tomorrow in court. It will be a clinical lesson on the meaning of total victory. Huh. Still the same wild mare she always was. So! How you doing? Tomorrow's trial. I thought you, the prosecutor Miles Edgeworth, had gone and died. Mr. Nick? I never wanted to see you again. I think that's enough of a warm welcome from someone you haven't seen in a year. Are you gonna run tomorrow's trial? You heard her, right? That wild mare hasn't given in yet, it seems. So no, I don't think I'll be making an appearance. Your hatred for me is quite unhealthy, not to mention one-sided. But I will say one thing. You can't win on your own at the trial tomorrow. What's that supposed to mean? You'll be my legal counsel? I have something definitive that you lack. And working together is a definition of teamwork. It's the power to find the truth. The truth. In order to understand this case, you have to understand a certain truth. Well, if you ever feel the need for my assistance, it is available to you. I'm not in charge of this case, so I can be a bit more generous with information. What's going on inside his head? Proof of Von Karma blood. A lot of things may have happened, however Manfred Von Karma was still my mentor. And the perfect win record is proof of a Von Karma. 1 year ago. You cannot establish guilt in a few cases. Are those losses the reason you suddenly disappeared from the prosecutor's office? Did you leave because you had lost your perfect win record? To think your motivation for prosecuting trials was so selfish. It'd been better for everyone you never came back from the dead, Edgeworth. Damn! That's mean. He's also dumb. That's not exactly it at all. I see. Let me ask you something. Why do you stand in the courtroom? What is your reason? Why does he stand in the court? Well, with Francisca, she almost always says, I will defeat you this time, the instant she sees me. But the courtroom is not a personal battlefield for prosecutors and lawyers. I stand in the courtroom to defend my client, to save their lives. To save your client, you say? Those who think only of their own ego-driven goals. Those kind of prosecutors are reprehensible to me. Even if you're a prodigy, or someone like you, Edgeworth. Looks like there's still a lot of you have yet to learn. A lot of have yet to learn. Me? Huh. Well, that's enough for now. The time when you will see is coming soon enough. Your body's kidnapped, you know that? We're looking into leads, but we can only look into a few key players with our limited resources. There's no reason for us to waste our energy investigating this person. Why don't you just tell me that you don't have any info? Poor Gumshoe. There's an interesting rumor about this man. You mean the one where Miss Andrews is getting close to him? I think that's a pretty common tabloid fare, don't you think? I don't take things at face value when there isn't more to be found. While I was abroad, these deplorable types of actors became popular. I take it? Well, refreshing like a spring breeze is his motto. Refreshing? And what is so refreshing about a spring breeze? I don't know. Sounds like the pollen is not treating him well this year. What? She's gonna be the witness. She's gonna be the witness! At the lead! Oh, Adrian Andrews. Adrian Andrews. She holds a large secret within herself. A secret? You can't help but feel that this whole case revolves around her. Yeah. Celeste Impacts. Deceased. This woman is another key to solving this case. Do you really think so? She was Adrian Andrews' mentor a long time ago. But she was suddenly called away by a different show and became Juan Corrida's manager. And a few moments later, Celeste Impacts died. But her death was ruled a suicide, right? Yes, but there's still one riddle we've yet to solve. A riddle? Her suicide note. It went missing. No one could find it. A suicide note that just vanished, huh? How about you? Talk about yourself. That's all the leads I have, pretty much. The press conference? I have no interest in talking about useless evidence. Put a little more thought into it. What you showed me, Phoenix Wright. Still stuck up as ever. Have any secrets? No. This is important. Crime photo. This is so important. His wine glass. The magazine clipping. The guitar case. Where's the guitar? Alright, we talk about everything. Doesn't really care. Opinion of the Nickel Samurai. My opinion on nickel. The element, not the coin, apparently. I think that's everything I have to talk to him about. Oh wait, missing suicide note. No, we got this. Miss Impex's death was most certainly a suicide. Of that there is no mistake. However, we could not find her suicide note. That's when the police began to suspect that someone had hidden it. A suicide note. But how do you know Miss Impax had even written such a note? There was no solid evidence. However, we did find traces of ink on her right index finger, which makes it the likelihood of a suicide note very high. Who would hide such a thing? The police think it was Mr. Juan Corrida himself. There's the victim? He was the one who found her body, which makes him the only person who had a chance to hide her note. Mr. Corrida hid his own manager's suicide note, but why? As long as her note is missing, any speculation beyond that, this is meaningless. For now, I think you should look this over. This is the suicide report. Part 1, anyway. Part 1? What's part 2? It's like, here's part 1 of this. Part 2? Maybe later in the case. Found by Juan Corrida. Was her suicide note hidden? I don't like to look through reports. I like suicide reports even less. Worst of all, the reports that have multiple parts like this one. This has 2. 2 parts? What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. The second part of the report is an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews. Miss Andrews? Well, what did she do? She tried to kill herself. She doesn't seem like the person to try to kill herself, though. You never know what's going on in people's minds. Mental health, it's a serious thing. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent. Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. I can't read through it. Is that it? That's weird. Usually you can read these. I cannot check this. All it says is, was her note, suicide note hidden? Ah, dependent nature's up there. What's this about Miss Andrews having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide was a few days after the death of Celeste Impacts. And I assume she was depressed about that. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. Lost her will. But why would she? Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celeste Impacts, was gone forever. That's why. But why would that? Is this what they call following someone to the grave? After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She's someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. How did she know about cursive and no, how does she know about fucking suicides and dependent natures, but like doesn't know about cursive? Listen, sometimes you don't know what she be watching at home, reading. And that's the nature of her dependency on others. When Celeste Impacts suddenly committed suicide, the world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. And that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. Tempter Adrian Andrews. Reason? Shock from Celeste Impacts suicide. I think that's everything we need to know. Appearances can be deceiving. It's such a cliche saying, but it's cliche because it's true. Miss Andrews. To think behind that unwavering brave front, she's been hiding this weakness and fear. Alright, let's go talk to her now. We gotta go deconstruct her mind. I'm not looking forward to this. Ma'am? Much to First Gate Water Hotel. On God's hotel room. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. But it looks like she's talking with someone. Oh, God damn it! Franziska von Karma! Miss von Karma? What are you doing here? Well, you see, I'm his lawyer. So I'm talking to her. You've got some nerve following me around. Following you? That's... you... Miss von Karma, you're the one doing the following. Pearls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with a little beard. A tiny beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting. Little girl. Is that a tracker? What the fuck? It's a Dragon Ball locator! I didn't mean it that way, no! Mind hack. That's it. Mind hacking. Let's go with that. An electromagnetic receiver. I planted a tracking device on that detective. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that's the noise we heard. Was his receiver? I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. Now done. Let's stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? Miss Andrews, she seems a little dazed, doesn't she? Uh-oh. She probably prepped her for questioning. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's give it a shot this time with all the pieces of evidence. Let's talk about this first. And now we can bring up her. Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Miss Impacts. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. She's sweating. I heard before her death, she was Juan Corrida's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Corrida so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy muckraker for a putrid third-rate tabloid. Miss Andrews? There was no mystery surrounding her death. None. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really no mystery at all? I don't believe you were completely at ease with the way her suicide resolved. I can see you conversing with the enemy, you scruffy fuck. Just in the background. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? It looks like the police were under the suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like maybe the person who discovered her body. Mr. Corrida. Huh? Juan? And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Corrida. I've sat quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that her suicide note was never found. I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give, however. I don't think that's who you really are. What? I have evidence that says otherwise. This is the proof Celeste Impacts as someone very special to you. Miss Andrews, you nearly went through it with it too, didn't you? Went through what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that is all just a lie, a facade. You've always searched out for people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. When Celeste passed away, so suddenly like that, I died a death on my own. But no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Corrida of hiding Miss Impacts' note. You heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. What do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why the victim was killed. Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with a reason to want Mr. Corita dead. Me? Miss Impacts was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. But murder? It's highly possible. That does make you a pretty prime suspect. That is a pretty big motive. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. I'm physically small and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. I've pushed against all that, though. I've tried to live strongly. I never wanted anyone to find out the truth. Miss Andrews? This one thing. It's the one thing I wanted to take with me to the grave. It was my secret. Mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. You probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? Please, Miss Andrews, all I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden her suicide note, and that someone was Juan Corita. Celeste, without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Corita to recover her suicide note, correct? Looks like that tablet reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And they purposely add fuel to the fire. They keep the celebrity world burning. But as for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. My attempted suicide, I'd like for you to keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, if people find out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. Miss Andrews, I guess she's the overthinking type. She probably never says anything about without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. That card? Yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, what is that card you're holding? Huh? Oh, it is. I don't quite know. It just suddenly appeared in my handbag. It's like a sea shovel with a swirl in it. What is it? It looks like a seashell? That's what it looks like, doesn't it? And I honestly don't remember owning this card. I wonder where I picked it up from. Am I not remembering something clearly? Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. I leave Mr. On Guard in your capable hands. It's gonna be hard to solve this case without being able to talk about that suicide. Well, I think we've got it all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearl, she looks so worn out by all this. She hasn't slept at all, and has been walking all over the place with me today. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. You're really tired, right? Oh, no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You don't look fine to me. We're headed home. Long day. So what now? Well, we did find out one thing for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impact's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one that discovered the victim's body. Clever. Excuse me? Is there a tracker on us? Huh? Mr. Nick, the transceiver! Oh. Oh. Shit. Hello? Writing code law offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering your phone. Maya. Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. You which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished. What? So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost, wouldn't you agree? Dude, what the fuck? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Ask Maya, is that you? Sis. Ask my sis. Maya! Damn it, he cut me off. Mystic Maya said, ask my sis, didn't she? Sis. What does she mean by that? Phoenix, come on, really? You do know? She has like one sister. It's me. Hey, how's it going? I'm back. I have a message from Maya, so come ask me anything you want about her. How's she doing? She's starving? How's Maya? She's safe for now. That kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. I'm glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read a note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. Like a radio. Like a walkie-talkie. The kidnapper. What's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was struck there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Duh. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. When you were with her? Date, question mark, time, question mark, location, so many question marks. I guess this could be the winery in the hotel. They probably have a lot of wine. I could really go for some apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't going to kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. There's all sorts of things piled up here. It's too dark to see. There's a light there. You can't see anything. What is this? It feels like there's a lot of glass bottles here. And these feel like barrels. I'll pass. Too bad I'm really hungry and not really thirsty. Huh? Someone dropped a card here. What the heck? It kind of looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. Try it. It's locked. But the door's lock seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always uses a plastic card or a stiff piece of cardboard. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that and I could use... Ah! That's it! The shell card! If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper. I did it! Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting or worried. To be continued. That's odd. She said that she got out, but... Where is she? Oh, let me just get some water. Read just my seat. Oh yeah, she got out, so that's good. We're supposed to solve this trial in a day, and I don't think that's gonna happen. But if she's out, then maybe at least we don't have to worry about Maya. Adrian did it? That's what it looks like. Dude, no way. That woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. Mountain of evidence? I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude, like I said yesterday, I'm freshen like a spring breeze, right? All right? Can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. I understand. Well, it's almost time. Mia, we must get a complete acquittal today. I know. I can't focus on my situation right now. Well, Pearl Zyder. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of today. Indeed. Well, let's get going. It's him. This is Mr. Wright? Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney. The day of the trial. Oh, I'm sorry, I've overslept. I'm kind of not there. Not bad. Can we try it tomorrow? Oh, I assume if you just miss your trial date, they're just like, well, we're not postponing it. He's guilty. That's it. Obviously, he didn't come because he's guilty. So, yeah. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. Present? What in the world would you want to give them me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win today's contest, if you please. Wait! They can ever send me a present? Mr. Lawyer, dude? Who was that? No one! Has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? Maybe. Don't ask me questions. Where is she? She's not here. Alright, before we start the trial proper, I'm gonna have to turn on the AC, so hang on a second. Let's just try finishing this day one of the trial. Don't know how long this will go, but probably a couple hours. I think. Unless this trial turns out to be the only trial, and then we're just like here for years. That'd be funny. But yeah, alright. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt and Ungard. All the prosecution and defense ready. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Alright, she's not here. We win. Let's go. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. You're getting mad at me. Your Honor. Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Miss Von Karma has been shot by an unknown gunman. What? Huh? What? Shot? Okay. Somehow, I think this is the present that the man was talking about. His present was shooting the prosecutor? How does that help us at all? Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage. This is totally insane! Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. She's alive and in stable condition. That's good. You're... Oh, hey! Your Honor, due to the circumstances, Miss Franziska Von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Judge will be taking her place. What? You gotta be fucking kidding me! The prosecution is ready, naturally. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Right shoulder. Funny.
fucking mirroring the fourth case. That's great.
Luckily, I have looked this case over with an familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Matt Ungard.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling for on my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
Hey, good to see you, man.
Witness, your name and occupation.
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct.
For now.
For now?
After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Detective Gumshoe!
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness.
Aw.
Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes, sir!
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is gonna be one very rough fight.
Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting.
Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth.
Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes Award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrida, was found dead in the hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was some suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. What are you fucking talking about? It's gone! After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room? Yes, sir. With the victim and defendant alone in their room, sir. I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Might as well keep pressing. So, would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony? Okay, pal. Ceremony started at 6 p.m. Ended around 8 p.m. and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony trip was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. That's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say that the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue with your testimony, detective.
The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
Yeah. Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant Matt Ungard's manager, sir. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
What are you talking?
Oh, and the proposed ceremony show was about to start. She went to get Mr. Ungard out of his room. She next went to the victim's room to get him for the show. I see. And that's when she found the victim's body. Definitely murdered, huh? The cause of death wasn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest. Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, real pro's attention will be drawn here to the bandana. Banana. I'm hungry. His bandana? Sir, that's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Then what about the knife? Banana-scented bandana? It seems to be stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Strangled with the scarf, then stabbed with a knife at around 8:15 p.m. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, why was it suspicious? And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. The German Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar, and we couldn't find it at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar, and he did the crime to get it. How's that? We thought of that too, but what? The only fingerprints on the guitar case with the victims. Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory. They could have worn gloves. But on top of the lid bears Corrida's fingerprints. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case? The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well, then where was it? The private guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Corrida, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt on guard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him. Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back on full swing. Well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Melangard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's the motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's a Gem Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume and was found in Mr. Guard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought that knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. There's the victim's blood and on guard's fingerprints. The grip Gatewater is engraved. And then this button. That was found in the defendant's clothes, wasn't it? Is this button also covered in blood? Yes, and we know that the blood on it was the victim's blood, sir. What? Actually, I didn't read that clearly. Hang on. It said specifically, was ripped from his costume, is covered in Corrida's blood, found in Angard's hakama. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. You had to give in yet, Mr. Wright. I'll find a hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Why arrest on guard? Melangard and Juan Correa were huge rivals with each other. Is that enough to murder, though? But in terms of popularity, Melangard won, did he not? Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Correa was always one step behind Melangard in everything. This year, it seemed like he'd finally caught up. Ready for the big final showdown. But Mr. Correa lost the Grand Prix in the end. That is too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing. That's not enough motive for me. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. Angard was beating Mr. Correa in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but... Which means that, in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Wait, if Melangard was beating Juan, why is there so many flowers for Juan in the rooms. Were they, like, switched? Or something? Like, there's a piece of paper that says each room is for the specific room that says their names. But, like, what if it was swapped? I have no idea. But why is there so many flowers for him if On Guard was winning? Maybe, like, sorry? Maybe they're all from Wendy. Either Wendy Oldbag or this random Wendy that we don't know who they are. Yeah, could be that. Which means that in the eyes of the defendant, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. Okay, no, wait, if my theory is correct, then that they were actually in love with somebody, and it could be the woman. Why they kept doing all these contests to win. They thought, oh, we're in love with this woman, we're gonna keep fighting. Sure, maybe Corita was losing, but maybe the woman still had feelings for him, which is probably Wendy. Which meant in Matt's eyes, he was losing. It's possible that could be it. Not entirely sure. That could be a possible motive for Matt. But he didn't do it. I'm 99% sure he didn't do it. I mean, we asked him, did he do it? And he was like, nope. It's like, all right, it's good enough for me. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective? It's not... Well, I guess you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Objection. Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired. God damn! No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. No! No, detective, let's continue with the testimony. No. I'm a poor pension too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Damn, not his pension. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? You just gonna change the subject? I just proved that there is no motive for... Okay, whatever. That is placed. That's placed as fuck. It's some Why would he take the button? Do you have any proof the button belonged to the victim? Huh? What do you mean, pal? Let me put it this way. I'm asking you that if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Jamin Ninja's costume. Huh? That's just by looking at it. No, I can't. And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir. Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. Dread. What? Did you talking about like a Twitter thread? Or like you're gonna write like me a Twitter thread and why I'm wrong? Huh? The button was attached to a costume by Dread, obviously. And that Dread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the Dread on the costume with the Dread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it. A perfect match, pal. What? That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. Damn. I even thought that was like, that's too much of a dumb argument, but even then, you found a way to prove it with a different reasoning. That's like, obviously the button could have just been ripped off because it looks ripped off, but it's like, oh no, I matched the Dread. They do look like they came from each other. Well, that's placed. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found. We rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Corita. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people. Hey, what's he trying to say about me here? Lollygag? The fingerprints? How were the fingerprints arranged on the knife? Huh? What do you mean, pal? By examining the fingerprints, you could determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we actually didn't think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There is no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. So the defendant, the owner of this knife then. Premeditated murder, but it says Gatewater Hotel. There's no way this was premeditated murder even if he brought the knife. Sorry, pal, this isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not like great for walking around with either. So this isn't good. The prosecution can prove it was premeditated murder. We're done for. Phoenix. Yes? There's something very interesting about what the detective just said now. Think carefully before it's too late. Be careful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing. We're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find a weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be, okay, Phoenix? There's this gay water on it. Wait a second. What? So the basis of your argument is that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client brought a knife beforehand? That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. Huh? Take a good look at the handle of this knife and you'll see what I'm talking about. Huh? It has Gatewater seal set into the handle. Gatewater. I think I've heard that name somewhere before. Gumshoe, you're not really proving the case that you shouldn't be fired, buddy. That's the name of the hotel, man. The Gatewater Hotel, man. Come on, man. Uh-oh. This is uh-oh. Like, oh, my bad. The murder knife was actually a property of the hotel, which means the murder was not premeditated. It's not a murder! You shouldn't be saying this murder. Oh, okay. You actually, yes, no, you should. You can say that. Obviously, what you should say is, my client didn't murder him, obviously. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big... What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. What? I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the force that is dumb enough to realize it. Wait a minute, also we're talking about a knife. He got strangled by the bandana. I forgot about that. But I didn't know. Oh. The question is, where did this knife come from? Well, that's obvious. It came from the victim. Mr. Corrida's room. Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. There's a knife and fork on the table. Maybe he brought two knives. Then, where in the world did the knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt on guard. Oh no! Especially what was on top of the table. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt on guard's knife was missing. Mr. Ungard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder. What about the bandana, though? Amazing. Mr. Edgeworth, absolutely brilliant. A brilliant, clear deduction. Seems Mr. Edgeworth had this planned from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. A murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here. I can safely say that any further deliberation is Your Honor's waste of Your Honor's time. Although I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown? He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? Well, Phoenix. The judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here, that gavel of his will be ringing out the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to the court? Suicide notes. I can't talk about the suicide notes. She told me not to talk about them. Not right now, no. This has to be another trap. But if I don't say anything and risk drawing out a bad piece of evidence. It looks like the defense isn't saying up people on this one. Which means this court is adjourned. Phoenix, we will lose the case if you give up here. So you had better show the judge something quick. Now we all know evidence to be wrong more than I can't even say it. There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to say. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's all curtains for all of us. Ah! You may now present one and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is the important evidence that you must show to the court? Your badge. You're right. My badge. Sorry, Red, but this time your bluffing steered you wrong. I can see nothing strange about this piece of evidence. Wait, it's my badge. I'm a man of my word, right? Damn. That's enough. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Already need more sun. Extremely clear. The offended man on guard is guilty. Sorry, Matt. Ah, oh, so close. Actually, I do, yeah. There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Damn, one piece of evidence? That's gonna be tough, actually. I like this wine glass. This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo at the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against the assailant. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These are things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Well, what do we all have to say? Come on, look at this wine glass. What the fuck? Did a ghost drink this? Why is it there? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yes, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth! What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. Come on, look at it! What? It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place. But the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example, she could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. Why do you say tomato juice glass after looking at a dead body? That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? There is no way. If I appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. You gotta keep bluffing your way, Phoenix. Now I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. It's just my fault for it, if you're thought-provoking enough. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned the situation on its head, yet again as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have evidence to support it. What? You're not thinking hard enough today, Wright. Did you think that the wine glass escaped my notice? Then, of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Fingerprints? There were only a set of fingerprints left on the wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants, rather they were of one Adrian Andrews. What? Found next to the victim, it's filled with tomato juice, bears Andrews' fingerprints. That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done, Mr. Wright? Oh! Can't believe I fell into another trap. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Corrida. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down on the dresser. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Now do you see, Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard about this past year, about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover. Wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution is yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Another witness? Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness. Wonder what is it Mr. Edgeworth thinking? Is he helping us? It's possible. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Ah! Oh my god! Gotcha. I wonder what happened to the calm composure he had earlier. How did you not know it was her? You said you read everything about this case. How do you just bring up a witness and be like, oh god, it was her. Oh fuck. Oh, edgy boy. It's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I saw a report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? Oh, so wicked witch of the witness stand. I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm gonna tell you anything and everything, even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime. Miss Witness, the terrible crime is all the court needs to know. Right. I'm just scared. What are you doing? Shush. I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. Yes, madam. You seem older than me, but okay. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, your testimony, please. It's true what they say, that youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on the security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dear Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone's crazy over that on guard, saying he's cute in a fresh way or something, but not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in the real man, Juan Corrida. But those two were the same age. I mean, Juan does look older, though. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Boo. Please don't shoot anyone with a gun. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was on guard. Man on guard! He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. So Mr. On Guard came out of the victim's room. See, it has to be him. He's the murderer. I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway. Let me see. I believe... Are you sure it was man on guard? You saw my client. Are you sure about that? Yes, sir. Really? Annoying brat! When I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get the sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid the repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. Person's face. Please tell the court about the man's face in more detail. You don't need me to tell you about his face. That soft, gentle look in his eyes. His effeminate lips. His right eye covered by his silky hair. His sparkling, shiny teeth. Yeah, okay. This fucking woman really just got up and just did the same thing again. It's like, I saw him. I was like, yeah, you did? Yeah, I saw him. He was totally him. Yeah, yeah. His teeth were, shining? Well, he's shining all around in this week's pinup poster, dearie. This week's pinup. How do you... I mean... I don't care how he looks in this week's issue. Please stay with what you saw that night. What? My guard's face is the same no matter where it is. You know, you whippersnapper? So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? It was very important, Your Honor. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Objection! Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of the testimony was important. You don't really have to put it that way to get me to say. Mr. Wright, there's something much more valuable than a person's pride, and that is time. You don't waste this court's precious time with worthless questions. Yes, Your Honor. I think I just wasted its good favor. She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. That's bad for us, really bad. That's how the human mind is. It also has a tendency to jump off topic. She's strayed into a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? But that's what makes her a sweet old lady, right? What? That's because you're not the one who has to question her. You know what? I'm just gonna present the thing right now. Bullshit! Come on! It's obvious that she saw her. Person's clothes. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters. But it does. Now what was it? Oh, yes. It was that thing. What thing? That gaudy thing he's always wearing. That racing jacket. Okay. Right. So, I mean, okay, okay. So, it could be him, then. She probably did see him, then. Then his hair was covering his eye. I forget that's a bit of his design. He's wearing it at the detention center, too. That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantyhose. Huh, men. Right. I'm just gonna say it's very important. Of course it's important, Your Honor. Let's not, I don't want to talk about it. Let's just move on from that pantyhose comment. What you see, Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that the witness said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness, please. Ah, well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must... Flashy racing jacket, honestly, it's all just for show. Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket? What do you think? It's not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. I'm sure he was wearing it. She's so sure of herself, it's to the point of self-absorption. She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there. I need to ask another question. If I was able to add that. What was he carrying? Boy, I can't ask about what he's carrying. I guess it's not important. Maybe now I can show the photo. There's a reason why this changed. It's important. It's just not important for that reason. Flashy racing jacket. Wait, it's Hakama. That's right, they found his... He was wearing his costume. This is actually the opposite, isn't it? This time, he's like, oh yeah, he was wearing that racing jacket. But he's actually supposed to be wearing his costume for the... I think he was, anyway. Because they found it in his Hakama? Or was he wearing it? I thought he was wearing his costume for the award ceremony. It's possible he wasn't. Yeah, he searched him, so... Yeah, there we go. Miss Holbag. What? Don't say my name for no reason! There's a reason. Do you know what this is? Ah, it's button number 2 on Jammin' Ninja's costume. Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance. Give it here! Give it here! If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this! That's not a real gun. Why did everyone let her take it, though? Bring it to the courtroom. She really is a diehard fan. Too. Want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Mr. Ungod's body during the full body search. See? The button proves beyond a shadow of doubt it was a rascal on guard. It was caught up in the pleats of his nickel samurai hakama pants. See? And on guard is the nickel samurai. Witness. Now, it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination, but just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt on guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? I'm so sorry. So do you judge people based on what they wear? If I wore the trendiest dresses, but instead you have to put up this ridiculous looking outfit, you'd agree this outfit is hideous, right? And the tape recorder stuck, let me tell you, it's heavy. It's so heavy I wish I could switch to CDs. And kids out there, I work every day. I took a look at your mirror. Documentary curling. I'm shooting you! Oh, God, hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. On Guard, the man. But Mr. On Guard, the nickel samurai. Yeah, it's the same fucking thing. She did it again. But when you think about it, no, there's no thinking about it. No, get the fuck off. Get off the stage. They really wanted the same anyway. No, Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about. Edgy Poo, don't you think so too? Well, this might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. I should be the one sighing, not you. What'd you say? On guard. Now I remember the nickel samurai. That's right. It was the nickel samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that nickel samurai when he was stabbing poor Juan. I knew it. I knew you'd say he was inside that costume! What? Did you think there would have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist! That's such a huge possibility! Ah, youngins today, I told you, there is no way it was anyone else. Motherfucker, you remember you were here last year? How do you know that? Because I said so. And what I say is the truth. At least she's just as delightful a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine a witness. Please. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he's wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not? Not too long ago? Let me ask you this. When you were itty bitty, what was your grand dream? What? What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper? My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public court. So what? You want to be a judge? Oh, wow. See? And look where you are now. You're not a Judge Wagner, are you? Are you? Well, what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past. Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough? Judge Wagner? Press old bag claimed that he was the nickel samurai that I saw. And why would that be? That way no one could see his face, of course. Yeah, you didn't see it! But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. You're such an annoying child. You know that? You disagree with everything I say. I have to. That's my job. Isn't that what you're always doing to me? I got it. Maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume. You had to go to post-racer. Okay. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show? Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing. And that included the Jammin' Ninja. Of course it included him. That's why when On Guard came out of Dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought. I see. Well, anyway. So, let me ask you one time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai. As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning? Can I chill in the towel yet? Don't need to think too hard on this one. Autopsy. What is the autopsy again? Strangled with a scarf. Stabbed with a knife. What about the blood from the stab? He didn't know anything about the stage ceremony show. Must award the costume when stabbing poor Juan. There's a lot of things wrong with that. Why would he just take the button and put it on himself? What was the reason? I could always argue that, but I can't. There's no reason to take that button. Actually, I don't think this contradicts it, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Let's talk about that post-stage ceremony show, huh? Press conference ticket. Look at this ticket I had. No. That's fine. Bum, bum, bum. You don't even remember? Would you please get on with your testimony? Ha! Watch your language, young man. What sort of tone is it to take with an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be. You should forgive me for everything. If you keep barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs. What? Striking figure by the sea, standing all alone is he. The Nickel Samurai. She's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this rocket? Witness, I'll give you a piece of gum later if you'll be good and stick to the facts. Okay, I promise. You promise, right? Right? I'll be sending you the bill for chewing gum to your office at a later date. I'm going to send you a thank you note later too, Edgeworth. Old chum. Alright, that wasn't useful at all, but okay. Hmm. I'm trying to think. I'm still not sure what the contradiction is. I don't know why. It shouldn't be too difficult. Hmm. Had to go at the post-stage ceremony. We could just contradict everything with this photo, probably. I think. Not really sure what piece of evidence, though, proves this. Classy photo. Let's confess something after the post-ceremony stage show. Kidnapper, that's not really important right now. Night of the murder stolen. Tabloid article about the victim was on the case. Midnight rendezvous, map to Gateway Hotel around the crime scene. The map doesn't really say much. Wait a minute. How's the map look? To the hall? Maybe that's it? No, because it's like my thinking was like, oh, if you have to go to the hall, then it's just like very difficult and then we are caught. It's hard to say, like, he didn't know anything about the stage ceremony show, but to be fair, it's just his word against everybody else's. That's not really evidence. It's not really hardcore evidence. Not sure what's going on here. It could be a case like the last one where they were in different costumes. Strangled with a scarf, then stabbed with a knife. Yeah, there's a scarf, then strangled him. actually don't know what to say. Oh my god, I'm not thinking in the way they want me to think. Mia, you could just tell me. Hard to make food. I hold back zero testimony and I'm stuck. It's fine. As she does. Nickel Samurai. That's alright. You saw the Nickel Samurai. I press everything. It just seems like Mia just says, "There's a contradiction right here. Just do a contradiction." It's like, okay. It would have to be convenient for him to wear the costume during the murder. Is it though? I mean, look at that robot hand. How do you stab anyone with that? It's just... I'm gonna double check what it does. Think about the costume. Yeah, in this outfit. Looks like he's wearing... Actually, it looks like he doesn't wear anything. It could be sandals, but he's got a long robe. He's got a metal head. Red coat. A robot arm. Stolen the night of the murder. Sure, let's press that one up. Then she talked about my dream. No, I already did that. I got a trophy for that, by the way. I pressed everything. Yeah, trophy. Let's go. Trophy get. Alright. Been convenient for him to wear a costume during the murder. Friendly gesture thing. That included the jamming ninja. Go to post-stage ceremony show after the crime. Yeah, let's... I guess we can look at all this evidence. This costume. Which, obviously, she's like, there was a person in the costume. It probably could have been Juan if we're gonna just do the same thing as we did last time. Could have been anyone, though. Something after the post-ceremony stage show. Map of the Gatewater Hotel. There's corridor. He gets in his costume. He just walks past and then boop. There's a guitar case. The guitar is gone. Don't know where it is. Next to the victim is filled with tomato juice. Don't know what that has to do with anything. Juan Corrida's photo of the murder scene. We can see his outfit here. The button is gone. Where's his helmet? That's just gone, I guess. I don't know where it is. Just tomato juice. Glass of it there. Some flower vase also. Just everything's wrecked. The suicide note. Strangled with a scarf. Stabbed with a knife. Was ripped from this costume covered in Corrida's blood. Found in Unguard's Hakama. If he wore that while stabbing him, there would be some blood, right? I mean, I guess you could stab someone and not have blood on you. I'm not really sure how that would work. When he was stabbing poor Juan at 8:15. I'm almost about to just say, like, tell me, because I don't know why I can't get it. It seems like it probably is very simple, but I just sometimes don't get things. I'm close. That's something. I don't feel close at all. Oh my god. You have to go to that poster. Each ceremony show after the crime. He must have worn the nickel samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Please take a look at this. Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. You really trying to scare me with that? I'll have you know it won't work. No, it was not my intention to... What the... Why am I gonna try to scare someone? That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to the case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Is that what you're driving at? That's exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving? Hopefully Edgeworth's car. If Mr. Ungard was really in the nickel samurai costume at the time of the murder. Oh, you know what? That's a good point. That being said, I just assumed that he was eating his dinner and then he forgot to wipe his fingerprints. He put on the costume and then went to go stab someone. Then it's impossible for fingerprints to be left on his knife. Actually, he would have wiped all his fingerprints on the knife right off. Good reasoning, though. That's much better than what I was thinking. Good job, Nick. Oh, that's right. Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? Objection. He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing. Objection. Why would he do that? And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way that he would do something like that. However, there is one possibility. And let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show, which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. Yes, I've heard about that before. Well, Mr. Edge, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? Let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to the point, are there any problems with this? That is a contradict. Why would he take the murder weapon with him? It's not even a murder weapon. It didn't kill him. The bandana did. But then why would he go to his room and be like, alright, I'm gonna get my knife. I didn't bring it with me. And stab him. Or he just takes his knife with him. This theory contradicts something in the earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Ungard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. Stabbed. Is there a photo of the area? I guess we used a map. He was strangled with a scarf! How do I prove that? Yeah, look, he didn't take the knife with him from him. He took the murder weapon, part of the murder weapon, because obviously that didn't do him in. It was a strangulation. But part of it was a knife from Matt's room. Yeah, there's already intent in there. Just like, how do I prove that exactly? Enjoy your youth while you can. Humans don't live forever. Neither do lawyers. Phoenix, pay attention. Let's pretend for a second that Mr. Ungard is the murderer. Now, for that angle, he didn't have a murderer's intent from the beginning. Then that means there is a certain object that shouldn't be at the crime scene, right? How are you doing over there? Busy collecting your thoughts? I guess we could just point at the photo then. It was a crime photo. Such vigor. I have a lot of vigor. Yes, thank you. Oh, I forgot to go through all this and save again. Sometimes this game is mean. Just talk about the knife. This knife, this was used by Mr. Ungard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that. Which means that if my client was in fact the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Korida. I suppose. However, you just said yourself. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. And one more thing. If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints should be all over it. Like bees on a hive. That brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing?
To frame man on guard. It's to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. To frame? Objection. Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? Objection. What are you talking about? But we established that the witness saw the nickel samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. God! Witness! Looks like I made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Chibu? Witness, did you not really see the nickel samurai? Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but, are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the nickel samurai, his character on television? But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of their doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the nickel samurai, that's for sure. Oh, let's talk about the camera that you took. She wasn't waiting around for the nickel samurai? Alright then, who were you waiting around for then? Huh, that's top secret. Anyone outside of security. I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Corrida. Am I correct, witness? The way you think, you are a sad amateur with terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Oldbag was waiting around in front of the victim's room, but it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Miss Corrida. Maybe Oldbag was waiting around for that person. Paparazzi. I think if it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's a certain possibility. Miss Oldbag, you were waiting around for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you? Either it's paparazzi or it was Adrian Andrews. Let's talk about Lotta first. She was there. What are you talking about, Phoenix? She could have waited until the next century and this would never have happened. Alright, you know what? You know what? Ouch. Busted. Guess there's no fooling her.
You too! What do you think you're doing floating in my courtroom?
We weren't doing anything like that, honest. I only said this because she took Lotta's fucking camera. She believed the scandals. Adrian Andrews.
Who is this person?
This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Unguard's manager.
But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room?
It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor.
Oh, this is... yes, I see.
The judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing.
And this manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's...
Adrian Andrews, without a doubt. The witness thought so as well. Huh. Looks like you found me out. Well, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then.
Witness? What in the world are you?
Watch out, Phoenix. I got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. I got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. That's why I was doing my own little investigation in secret, of course.
What for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here?
I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide.
I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. This is gonna take the wind out of your youngins. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this, really. It's not like we're 10 years old. That on guard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay?
The defendant sent his manager? What a distasteful topic for this court.
What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying? The truth is never pleasant. Never heard that one before.
Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person?
We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip.
But should this be true, then this proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim.
So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all.
Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Be careful. The old bag seems rather excited now.
That's right, on guard is none but your average foul-blooded youth.
Well, as the saying goes, you gotta burn old bags with fire.
That's not... What? What saying is that?
Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone.
What saying is...
Alright. You know what? Okay. It's time to burn old bags of fire, I guess. Okay. A scandal. What do you mean by that? You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are you teaching kids in middle school these days? No, I wasn't asking for the word scandal. Means, even that I know that much. Well, that on guard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. Okay. You don't have any proof that Mr. On Guard did such a thing? You must be suffering from shock. The shock of hearing the truth. And now, since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right. You're right, I can't do anything. But boy, do I wish I could do something about you. Alright then, Sonny, show me what you've got. Can you show me proof that On Guard didn't bear any ill will towards Juan? Actually, to be honest, I can't. They did seem like they were rivals. I cannot, sadly. I can only show proof of another motive. Yeah. Decline the offer to present evidence. I don't have anything to offer. See? Just as I thought, and you were lecturing me about saying things without proof. You've just given me a free pass to say whatever I want, whenever I want, silly boy. You my big mouth. That's the way the cookie crumbles for you anyway. What action did you take? So what do you mean by took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you youngins need. You were going to teach her a good lesson? I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this.
No, stop!
Dude, it's a toy. Well, it was too bad that the woman didn't come through that door that night. Top secret, you just told the court. Wait. What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with the kids is over. Secret information that no one knows yet? If that's true, then how do you know this secret information? Huh? Well, that's because I'm pro. That's it. It's a secret. Even if you drill a hole into my brain, you'll never find out. How in the world did that old bat get such a secret piece of information? I have evidence for this. So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag? What? Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it! Witness? I hate to say this, but this is how you came acquire your secret info. Isn't this right? That's not what I meant to do. The investigative reporter Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She's nice. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself.
She reported such a thing?
On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. What? Outrageous ideas, you say? No, I said impressions. Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless?
Ah, that's it. That's the note. No! You see, this is completely different. This is my subsequent list of groceries to buy. Hey, let's get that note from her.
Then you are the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I'm a huge fan of Juan's. That's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with the evil on guard. She's so full of herself. She said to herself, "On guard, I'm his sidekick." She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written.
What?
Edgy Pooh, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out, like the angel I am. It's only a little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. Paper? What about the camera?
You really should come up with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. What a burn, I guess. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we could overlook it this once. Looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her?
No.
If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness, you said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is this correct? Also, there may be a photo in that goddamn camera, so we need that.
Stole? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible, lonely trash can. That's all.
You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it.
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
This whole bag? I believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. Literally the camera. Literally right here. Miss Solbag. That note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, a lot of heart. He's like, a camera? What is that? I don't know what technology this is. Spent an hour talking about a camera. Yesterday, a lot of heart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, $1,600 camera disappeared on me." What is?
What is it, Gramps?
If you have the note, then it is only logical that you had the camera too.
Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
But that's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know. I still eat meals like you. I fall in love and borrow things from people.
I steal them. You stole it. I think the definition of borrow is a little off.
I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said Slime Bag Celebrity Photographer Extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she'd taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things.
Bella! Check this camera's photos, hurry! We must examine them at once. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Please present it to the court. Now, to be honest, I want to see all the photos, but okay. This is the Nickel Samurai! Where is he walking out from?
See, I told you. That's the guy I saw.
This proves that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter. Picture taken in the hallway, right after the murder.
Yeah? Sure about that?
Okay. What does this mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, let me just look at this for a second. Okay. According to this map, that is the case. However, a little different. In his own confession, Mr. Ungod clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his nickel samurai costume. That's the case then. The nickel samurai is the defendant. How did it come to this? I think this brings us to an end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? Is this photo decisive? And we're done for. What if I raise an objection here and below it? Then I could put Maya's life in jeopardy. I mean, if we're done for anyway, then Maya's life is in jeopardy, so... I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. This photo that Lava took, there's something strange with it. There's something strange with this photo. I knew this was coming right. Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth? I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo. There is no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. The fuck is a bunker buster? Debunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? Well, I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot? Especially when it counts. Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? There's teddy bears here. The flowers seem different. I'm also trying to look at the... I'm going to point at the flowers. I saved just in case. The strange thing is somewhere here, I think. Somewhere around here, I think. Am I seeing something you're all not? Whoops. Close. Where is this photo taken exactly? In the map, she's pointing at... There's a teddy bear. Not bears in that room. The door. Damn it. Phoenix, really? Hang on. I gotta look at the evidence again, how this looks. This map here. The Viola Hall. Is it... Did she take the photo from the hall, or did she take it from at the end of the hall? Because maybe I'm thinking that there was something weird with the rooms and how this is... Also, it's a partial guide map. This is partial. Now that makes me think that there's more guide map to this area. It's a good thing I'm able to have a bit of a reprieve before having to go all in on this. This is Bear. Somewhere, I think. His outfit looks similar. Right? Everything seems to be in order. This is weird glove. The glove seems normal. Wait a minute. It doesn't fit. The pants? Look how big those pants are. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? Oh my god. If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. And? What does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this? Objection! I wonder if you would care to elaborate what actual facts that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks! You could see his socks! Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly holding up his hakama just to walk. There is only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. So short. Feed pick saved the day. Let's go. Alright. I think I've turned things around for myself at this time. That's curious. Huh? What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. That's true. He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride. Along for the ride? What do you mean by that? I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. He doesn't feel under attack? Then I haven't damaged his case at all? That, or he's helping us. Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not mad on guard, and everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. I figured it would come to this. What? Right. I have something I want to ask you. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not mad on guard. In that case, who is this a photo of? Who is the person wearing a Nickel Samurai costume? Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? It's probably the lady. Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in the photograph? Sorry, girl. Adrian Andrews! If you want to know what that who the Nickel Samurai is none other than this woman. And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short, and she can freely move in and out of Mr. Unguard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Unguard that night. How does that all add up? It means it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Unguard's fingerprints all over it. That knife was used as a murder weapon. Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? I have to do this now. It's my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Corrida. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. Order! 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 It looks like this trial has hit the most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. The verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This is kind of bad for us. Huh? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day. One more day. If I don't get a verdict today, then my... Then we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. Wait, no, raise an objection. Hang on a second. Now then, objection. Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she is not. Hold it. I abhor wasting such valuable time. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Unexpected development? I think you underestimate me, Your Honor. And what do you mean by that? That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan. Even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on. What? What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth? Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution lobby. She's the next witness. Everything was planned out in advance by that man. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over. Exactly. Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. Recess. Woo! And by recess, I mean that's actually kind of it for today. I have things to do. I was only going to go for an hour. I kind of expected we'd stop in the middle of this.